Welcome to another Moz Play video. This is Moz Mojito, and today we're going to be picking up where we left off with Against the Storm. Let's get to it. Alright guys, so we're back and where we last left off in the previous gameplay. We had just failed the mission, so every time you fail the mission or lose the Queen's favor, they send you back to the main capital map so that you can pick a new starting location and try your luck again. This is probably like the third or maybe fourth time that I've started over. So I'm going to find another location a little bit different from where I played last and try to do a new run at this and see how successful I am. Now this particular place, it looks like that it's a kind of a forest mushroom type area. As you can see, everything around me is like these blue mushrooms instead of trees. So we're gonna go through the same usual process that I do. I usually like to start off throwing some roads down around my building so that my workers can kind of get to the different locations really quickly, and it helps me get a little bit more organized so I can kind of see where to place my buildings. Lead all my paths out to the trees that I want my workers to cut down and open up some spots. I don't see any Falls of War or any like evil goat head symbols immediately around me, so this is going to help out as we kind of clear this area and see how long we can survive. Now on average, I've been lasting probably, I don't know, about 30 minutes before my mission usually ends in some kind of failure. I have not cracked the code yet on keeping the Queen happy, except for the little missions that she gives us as far as supply orders. So hopefully she'll give us some supply orders that we can actually fulfill, and there we'll be able to keep on top of her favor and keep the mission going a little bit longer. And I notice every time that we play a mission, we do get some kind of experience points or bonuses. So we're going to keep pushing for those and see if we can unlock some new things that just make it a little bit easier for us to manage our town and try to get, you know, pretty far in the game so far. So as usual, I'm gonna keep my comments to a minimum. I'm probably just gonna pop on for some key points. This is like my 5th video of doing this, so you kind of get a gist of my style of play from watching previous videos of this. This may be my last one, but as far as video, but we'll see how it goes on this one. If you're really interested in this series, please leave me some comments, please leave me some likes, and we'll keep it going if there's enough interest out there. But for now, let's see how far we can take this. All right, so now we have our woodcutter location so they can drop off the cut mushrooms / trees. We have our food collector so that they can go out and get any kind of trapping supplies. The only thing we don't have is a grain farm. because we don't have a location where we can pick any kind of herbs or things that are kind of growing where you can set up a farm. So our main source of food will be whatever the lizard folks can gather from those shells, which is some kind of meat product. And then of course we're going to keep putting our woodcutter specialist to work. And at the same time, we're going to make sure our orders are all filled up, and hopefully we choose some orders that are pretty easy to fill. So that is something that you have to keep an eye on. Things you can immediately deliver is going to be good because that's going to raise the queen's favor. I've yet to get the queen's favor to the maximum. I always seem to get her disfavor to the maximum. Therefore, after about a half an hour or so, I end up losing the mission. So we're going to keep it moving. We got quite a few woodcutters here that are all taking a break around the shrine here. The rain has picked back up, and yeah, we're going to be opening up some paths here to the other areas that are behind the tree line. Once we open up those areas and we see some new buildings, I'll go ahead and comment on what we discovered.
하이야, 어에, 몰다.
All right, looks like we got 3 new buildings. A haunted beaver house is some kind of event that we can send different people. As you can see, the different rewards we would get, and the conditions that we would need to follow. We had to assign a couple workers there to investigate and clear this event. So delayed event ruin is what we unlocked. We also have a couple other buildings. We have some supplies that have been abandoned. So once we get our workers over there, we can go ahead and clear those supplies out. We also have a crash wagon, small destroyed caravan as it's called. So we just have to assign some workers to that so that we can pull the loot out of that. And then a medium abandoned cache is what the smaller boxes are. So far so good. The beavers are going to work on purifying the building, and the rain of course just picks right back up. And I'm also putting some my people to work on the supply caches. Meanwhile, they're going to continue to clear out some of these trees / mushrooms. Now hopefully we can discover some new areas and new buildings that we can send our workers to.
Voila! 야! 왜?
Okay, so it looks like a couple areas around us. I only saw like one or two skull areas. Um, Our camps are going strong. Our woodcutters are going strong. We even finished clearing out this beaver house, which can hold 6 beaver type residents. So we're going to move that over here. That's a now purified house. So as we get more beaver workers, they'll have a place to stay. We even have some little green grassy areas up there, so we can actually put some farms down for some of our human workers. Our log camps are starting to become too far away from the source of wood, so we're starting to get exclamation points on those. We're going to have to make a new road system up closer to the tree line or the mushroom line, and move those log cutter camps a lot closer, so that we can speed up the clearing of that area. Maybe open up a couple of those glades there. As you can see, there's a couple areas there that are still dark, so we just got to clear those tree lines out. And we're going to be relocating these buildings and keep it moving as far as having them chop and clear things and discover new things that are hidden inside those glades. Now, as you can see, I'm not doing a very good job of meeting the queen's delivery request because her disfavor is starting to grow. The cornerstones are always coming up, so I always try to keep an eye out on what can boost my production. I can actually start building a farm here, but I do want to clear out more of the trees. And now that we relocated the log camps, that's going to really speed things up as far as opening up those 2 glades up at the top. And there we go, we just discovered something new. Just waiting on that to fill in, and then it's going to tell you exactly what we discovered. But it looks like we have some copper, so that's going to be great for putting some mines down. And then we have some more food sources for our trapper buildings. We have a couple of the trapper caps that are asleep because there's no food, no meat to harvest. So we're going to go ahead and relocate those just like we did for the lumber camps. And then they can go out and start harvesting some of that newly discovered meat.
Ludo. Oh. Krustas. Ah. Warbo.
So we got a couple more workers, and some of them are human, which specialize in doing the farm fields. So I'm going to go ahead and get those farm fields set up now and put our human settlers to work over here to give us an extra source of food supplies to go along with the meat that's being harvested by the lizard type townfolk. So we're going to go ahead and connect these to roads, and then we're going to put a small farm up. Alright, so our workers just uncovered another area, which is another part of the glade. Unfortunately, this area had a skull in it, so there's probably going to be some negative event that we have to do. That's probably going to be a little bit challenging to do, and maybe it's going to make the Queen's disfavor go up a little faster. So we're going to look at what those requirements are shortly and make sure that we get the right people assigned to those areas. And meanwhile, keep discovering new glades to expand our town in and hopefully get some more resources so that we can make the deliveries that the Queen is demanding of us. Okay, so this gives us a little bit more detail about the area that we just unlocked. We have a couple snake nests up there for meat. We also have this interesting large snake nest. Actually, it's like a evil shrine that we definitely have to send our people up there to meet the conditions. So it says a new threat, Harmony Spirit Altar. So that's what it's called there. It tells you what the threats are, and there's a little countdown that shows when those threats are going to go into effect. So we have two options: burn down the shrine, or calm the spirits, and then we'll get a reward out of that. So there's some different criteria that needs to be met. Certain buildings have to be built, and then we have both sides basically have conditions that you have to look at to see if we can meet those. We only have, it's like either 3 minutes and 30 seconds or 3 game hours and 30 minutes to meet those conditions. Otherwise, we're going to have those negative effects that were shown off to the right side with the exclamation point. Okay, so as you can see, I'm making very little progress on trying to appease, calm, or burn down this harmful spirit altar. So that's probably gonna hurt me in the end and speed up the queen's disfavor even more. It's already pretty high. I haven't really been able to deliver a lot of things to keep the queen's anger down. I even have a couple idle people, so I'm trying to keep everything on the up and up, but it's not looking very good so far. And we may end up losing this mission as well, but we're gonna just keep pressing, see how far we can take it. Okay, so as expected, queen's disfavor is at a maximum, so any minute now I'm going to get the you lost message, and it's going to send me back to the main castle for me to pretty much start over, pick a new area, and start a brand new town. So there's the you lost message. We'll head back to the world map, and then it's pretty much start over, find another area to start building. And so far I haven't had too much success. There's a lot of question marks on the map. This is a really big map of areas that we can keep trying to conquer, but a very challenging game. Gives me a good cycle update. Not sure what all these little cutscenes are, but I'm not sure if it changes the map a little bit, but it's just the storms just keep coming. I think there was a change because that was not there before. It looked a little bit different. Same thing with that. And we still have some question marks. The fog of war is still just centered around the main volcano on the map, which is also the capital city. So as I mouse over, you see some information in the upper left. I suppose if you kind of keep going at it and get a good strategy that really works for you, you could probably be pretty successful with this game. But so far I haven't been able to crack the code. It's just been kind of a repetitive try, lose, start over, try, lose, start over. So and then of course talk to your auntie here who kind of gives you a pep talk. But if that's the style of play that you like, style of game, this is probably going to be something right up your alley. But if not, not sure. I think I've done quite a few episodes of this to give you a sense of how it is. So yeah, you make your own call on that. So as usual, I'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch my videos. Please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to see if you want to see more of this series. And we will see you in the next video.